Here we go again, people. I'm going to let you hear an example of what we have to deal with when it comes to our own people, that these so-called Gentiles use against us to make us hate, they hope and think, our own black people. Meanwhile, they want to get with us for our genes. They want to mix and breed with us for our genes. And we're supposed to be stupid to think and believe that they have every intention of dealing right with us, whether it is professionally or personally. So today, we are speaking with one of their trained slaves. This is what he sounded like. By the way, it is to do with the boiler situation, which has completely packed up. No hot water and heating. Exposed electrical wires and sockets. Mold. A lot of mold. You all listening can decide what you think the exposed wiring is for. We've heard stories of how people are deliberately being rigged to go up in flames and taking their neighbours along with them. Apparently whole streets are being targeted now. Don't forget, these people are after our genetics and genes and stem cells so that they can live longer and stronger while they're busy killing off everybody else. The oven has blown out of use for the 5 years we've been here. The DWP Universal Credit wrongfully cut off the money that we were depending on. They're paying the rent and the rent only. The landlord is being helped by the judges and the courts to say these things about how we are the ones who are the problem, and he lies all the time. When we open our mouths to say things like, it is being taken for granted that Mr. Jones is speaking the truth, where we all know he is lying all the time. He lies all the time. We are gagged from speaking in the same courtroom where this liar is allowed to have free rein to lie and have help to lie, help to be excused with the evil he has been doing. They are trying to engineer, orchestrate for him to come and harass us. So we are making this video to give you an example of what we have been dealing with. They usually use, like I said, black people, black men, because they want us to be put off black people and black men. They've been doing it for years. We are also being penalized for looking for a black landlord, because we've had all different ones before that have given us all kinds of crap, the same crap every time. So now, because we specifically have been looking for black landlords, now the rest of the Gentiles have decided to take it personally and even call us racist, where we ain't even in power to be racist to anybody. The people in power are using their position to be racist to us. This is supposed to drive us crazy so that they have a real reason. Instead of having to lie about us all the time, they need real reasons, symptoms of mental illness. They are keeping our circle tightly blocked off from anybody and everybody. We're not allowed to associate with anybody. Nobody's allowed to associate with us because they want to be able to have the narrative of saying that we are mental and need to be evaluated. This could go on for another, 5 years if they had their way. Let us remind everybody again of how we were accused of causing a leak, a water leak. The person that came banging on the door was another black guy. They wanted us to be slavishly opening our door to anybody and everybody, demanding access into our home. We did not do so. So the police were standing by, because they knew we're not going to open the door to anybody, standing by to come and do whatever. Kick the door down. Mm-hmm. Yeah? With the neighbour there. This neighbour is supposed to be on the ground floor. We are on the second floor, right at the top. There is a floor that comes in between us. They are knowing full well that any leak would have to go through the first floor underneath us to get to the ground floor, where this guy was claiming he was getting a water leak. They decided to accuse us of causing a water leak that went from our place at the top floor, that bypassed the floor underneath us, and then went directly to the ground floor. That is an impossibility. Physics will tell you that is impossible. But they use that anyway, so that even though they looked dodgy, they kept to their bullshit lies stories, didn't mind how bad they looked. The police desk sergeant said, "I don't know why you were arrested. You shouldn't have been arrested." That was 9 hours after we were arrested. So this is what we have to deal with. At the same time of this taking place, the policeman wanted to be what they call those people that are dating agency?
Yeah.
He's asking me if I want to meet my neighbour, my black neighbour. They're supposed to be sorting out a leak. And no, thank you. We do not want to meet one of your, what would you call him?
Agents.
That's a nice word, Bisia. Slaves. One of your psychos. No, we don't want to meet one of your psychos. So this was what happened before. How long ago would you say that was?
It's in 2008.
2008. We are now in 2023.
Soon 24.
Soon to be 24. Thank you. In a matter of
days, really.
Days. Weeks. 2 weeks at least. Right? And we still have the same situation of them using black people. They want us to hate our own black people, so that we prefer to deal with anybody who isn't black, especially white people. They want us to deal with white people. They want to control everybody we have dealings with and has dealings with us. So now, y'all listening, please check this conversation out. And this is the kind of thing that they set up. This is what we had earlier today. Bear in mind that while they're busy trying to get us to hate on our own black people, they think they're going to get us to breed with white and other people. They still want our stem cells, genetics, etc., etc. All you have to do is look at the other images from YouTube that we have put on the blog and see where these people behind the scenes pulling strings, where they're coming from. The websites we've also included. There's articles we've included that will also be self-explanatory, where these criminals and psychopaths behind the scenes are coming from as far as we are concerned. Me, B, and Z. The recording of one of their slaves starts now.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
My name's Steve. I'm calling from City of Wolverhampton Council, private sector housing team.
Sorry?
I'm calling from City of Wolverhampton Council.
What did you say?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, what did you say your name is?
My name's Steve.
Steve?
Yes.
Okay, fine. My name's Vivian. Yes. You're from Wolverhampton City Council.
Correct, yes. So, your case has been referred to me for progression.
Right.
Yeah, and I just wanted to obtain some more information and then figure out the appropriate course of action.
Right. Okay, shall I go ahead?
Yeah, go on.
Right.
Just make it brief.
We have a dodgy landlord who has not fulfilled his obligation. So we have a boiler that has packed up in the last 2 weeks. It was going slowly and now it's completely gone. No hot water or heating in the kitchen or the bathroom. We've only just started using the shower downstairs about 2 weeks ago. He put it in himself. We're not sure if he has done it properly. We don't know how safe it is.
It's an electric shower.
It's an electric shower.
No pressure.
There are all kinds of other situations with the electrics exposed. There's also the cooker that blew. Yeah. We told him about it. He said he was going to do it with the 10,400 advance rent that he got from Derby City Council when we were street homeless, and he went to Dubai with it instead. He comes here to harass us. That's the only time he comes here, which isn't, we don't allow him in because he is just a very bad landlord who likes to harass us. Yeah?
Right.
So we've got molding downstairs in the bathroom. Shower, I said something about the shower already. Because he's a rogue landlord, we don't know how safe it is, but we've been using it. We've all used it once, at least once.
Over the past week.
Just over the past week and a half, coming up to 2. The window gaskets are blown, no insulation, no heat efficiency, so therefore we're paying through the nose to keep this place warm. The washing machine has just gone in the last 2 days. It's lucky we had our own one. The boiler completely packed up, as I said. No hot water heating in the bathroom and in the kitchen.
There's also hazardous wiring.
Okay, so how are you heating the house at the moment?
In the bathroom, hazardous wiring in the bedroom that needs to be looked at. It's exposed, okay? Especially the one in the kitchen. Everything is exposed here. We don't know how safe it is, what it's being used for. Yeah, we've heard of places going up in flames. Right now, we're not very popular with the authorities, so we wouldn't be surprised if all kinds of things are being put in place, because that is what has been taking place, not just with us, but with others. We also have to consider neighbours. If anything happens like that, we did our job and we told everybody we could. We also have one person that we employed here to do a gas safety check. We didn't know till afterwards that if the boiler's gone completely, then there's no point doing a gas safety check. He took our £70. He was very, very offensive and unprofessional and extremely not just rude. He didn't want to put anything down. He didn't want to put anything down on there. Okay.
So who paid for the gas safety certificate?
We did out of our own pocket. And we're not even receiving much money from the universal credit. We're only getting the rent paid because they have sanctioned us wrongfully for 2 years since November 2021. Yeah, this is the kind of thing we are dealing with. Okay, we are told that what's being done to you is being done to so many people. They've been driven mad deliberately. They are vindictive people. That's what Ken Livingstone MP said over 30 years ago when we first went to him. When we were living down south. Yeah.
Right.
I would say he was extremely unprofessional, rude, not just rude.
The gas engineer.
The gas engineer.
Yeah.
There's another term we use.
Belligerent.
Why you the why you the ones paying for the gas safety check? Is it
because the landlord, as I said, is thoroughly obnoxious. He is an unsavoury character. He's a devil, in other words.
He's
so
meant to pay
anything we
for
need to do here, we have to do it ourselves and
deduct from the rent?
reimburse it. So far, every time we do that, it's been blocked. The only reason this other guy came was because he did it quickly. The same day we called, he came right away. Okay? Now he's got our £70. The people he's with, the gas safe people, is a government approved people. But they decided that they do not vet the people. They only just train them to do the gas safety check, and that's it. So now we've been told that we have to escalate the situation and get our £70 back because of some kind of law that some trading standards told us about. So somebody needs to check on him too. Some Nigerian guy. They always seem to use Nigerians against us.
Okay. Who's your landlord?
Mr. Wayne Donovan Jones.
Okay, just hold on a second.
And they use our own black people. He's from Jamaica.
All right, okay, just hold on 1 second. Okay, and how long have you lived at the property?
January 2019.
So about 4 years, coming to 4 years.
Yes.
5.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Oh, coming to 5. Sorry, coming to 5 years. Yeah. Okay. If I drop you a quick email, are you able to just sort of send me a summary of the issues that you've mentioned in this
How long will it
conversation?
take for somebody to come up here? Because it seems like this is unnecessarily elongated. Christmas is coming up.
And
Christmas is coming
just
up.
1 second.
And people...
Just 1 second. But you're asking me so many questions at the same time.
How long will it take? Because Christmas is coming up. They saw it as an emergency. We have no boiler for so long either. We don't know if it's going to blow. Yeah? Because other things are blown here already.
Okay. In terms of heating, how are you heating the property at the moment?
We have electric heaters we bought.
There's very small, inefficient fan ones. Very expensive.
The small portable ones.
Yes, and already the windows are not efficient.
Are they wall heaters or
hand portable
Fan heaters.
Yeah.
The windows are not efficient, so all the heat just goes.
fan heaters?
Yeah, and those small fan heaters, they're not enough. They're not heating the place properly either, obviously.
So the pipes could even freeze up still.
Yeah.
I mean, I can supply in the interim. I can supply extra of heating
For the pipes.
on the temp.
For the pipes, if they get iced up and then what?
Burst.
Sorry?
For the pipes that are here in this winter, how are you going to stop them from icing up with those little heaters?
Sorry, I don't understand the question. I'm talking about the heating.
To get ice cold in this country in the winter. You've been here long?
Right.
Have you been here long?
That
Hello?
doesn't matter. I'm just talking
Right.
about the
Well,
heating,
I've made it clear. If somebody like you has been in the winter in this country for a while, then you know what it's like. Okay? Please do not patronize us. Okay? This boiler is gone. The pipes are gonna be icing up.
I was only trying to offer extra heating.
Yeah, but I explained to you before that about the pipes.
1 second.
We're trying to think about the pipes.
About what pipes?
The pipes that belong to the house, they will ice up in the winter. When you lot are off enjoying your Christmas, these pipes are gonna ice up. Who's going to come and deal with it then? Because time is of the essence right now, and we've been dealing with this situation a long time, and nobody wants to take it seriously.
I was going to suggest, I provide temporary heating, and also get in touch with your landlord, right? In terms of
They said that somebody was going to be coming.
Yes.
Is that you?
Coming out tomorrow. I can come out tomorrow.
So why do I have to trying to tease all this information out? Why can't you just come straight out?
No, because the thing is, because we're trying to have a conversation, but it's like I'm finding it difficult because
we were told that somebody is coming today or tomorrow. Okay, you're not being forward with the information. This is the same kind of thing we get. This is the kind of thing we get. That's why they use black people all the time when we're dealing with anything. Okay, I just said to you what the MP said. Shall I tell you what the barrister said? Shall I tell you what the police said as well? Shall I tell you what the UN human rights people said as well?
Okay.
Shall I?
If we're gonna
I'm asking you a question. Shall I tell you what they said or not?
Okay, can we arrange the visit tomorrow, and then we'll pick up from tomorrow? Because it seems like you're just gonna have a monologue.
Can you stop insulting me with crap and just be concentrating on the situation at hand, which is urgent? Okay. Because they've used you now. They used another black guy before, and they're using you, another black guy now.
Okay.
I wonder why.
Would you like a different officer to deal with your case?
I would like somebody to treat it urgently. That was supposed to be you.
Would you like, because you're bringing race into this. So
that's right. We are black too.
Okay.
Are you going to get offensive about that too?
Officer? Because it seems like from what you're saying.
Can you get on with the situation at hand? What is going to be done about this situation now?
It seems like you're putting race forward.
What is going to be done? Look, I'm giving you facts. Okay? I am giving you facts. You're a grown man. Handle it. Now tell me what you are going to do with the situation.
What's facts got to do with my race? I've never dealt with your case.
I am giving you facts that all we get sent are black people so that we get turned off our own black people. It's a tactic. Okay? You've been in this country long enough, you know how it goes. You're either pretending you don't know or you're trying to wind people up. Now, what is the situation? What are you going to do here? And when?
I'm gonna send you an email because I'm really finding it difficult.
That is wasting our time. Okay. You can be visiting in this time. They said somebody was coming today or tomorrow.
I was going to offer extra heating, inspect the premises tomorrow, and then carry your case forward from there. But before
how are you going to carry it forward between now and Christmas?
You're not letting me speak at all.
Carry on speaking, but it's Christmas.
That's probably it
is Christmas, as you know. And that's what they want. They want us to be stuck in the same situation at Christmas while you're all off enjoying yourselves. Okay?
I'm going to send you an email, okay? Just send me a summary. Send me a summary of the key issues.
We just told you. How come the other people didn't ask us to send an email? We just told you everything. You've been making notes, haven't you? You've got a recording, haven't you? Have you got a recording of this? Why do we need to send all kinds of messages that people don't even respond to?
That's fine.
People don't even respond to.
Take any notice.
They don't. They just ignore us.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go. I'm really gonna have to go.
Oh, surprise, surprise! Trained by the white man to be another devil, right?
Okay, all right. I'm just all right.
Oh, poor you. It's really hard, isn't it?
I'll get a different officer. I'll get a different officer to deal with your case.
Like when? Next year.
Since you don't.
Next year.
Since you don't want another black person dealing with
We are black, and stop twisting my words. I said we are black. Stop twisting my words. You're an idiot, obviously.
Yeah.
They train them to be silly.
So
they train them to be silly.
Thank you.
Where's your black soul? Where's your black soul? Bear in mind, people listening, this is the same landlord that was forwarded £10,400 advance rent for a year, and he said he was going to deal with all the repairs, the boiler, everything that needed doing. That is all the stuff that we knew about at the time. This other stuff to do with the dodgy wiring and whatever else, we didn't get to see any of that till later because it's behind furniture again. Happened at the other tenancy. We asked the council, Derby, please let us put the money in our account so that as and when these repairs and replacements are done, then we can pay the rest of the money to him. But they said it was procedure. They had to follow procedure. So they ended up giving him the lot, £10,400. He has got pictures of himself enjoying himself in Dubai and elsewhere, other places, with the money that we gave, that the Derby gave him. One lump sum, and that's what he did with it. That's the kind of character landlord he is. They know that they are encouraging him, they meaning the people behind the scenes, as punishment for looking for a black landlord who seemed all right at the beginning and then decided to go along with Massa. Whatever Massa tell him to say or do, that's what he says. He admitted all the disrepair, and then in the courtroom, in the courts, we had more than one hearing. And then the judges decided to be biased in his favour, let him say all the lies he wanted, when we said it is being taken for granted that he is speaking the truth. When all he does is lie, we are shouted down, we are gagged, and the last judge just couldn't get out quick enough. Couldn't get out the courtroom quick enough. They all know what they're doing. They have weaponized the courts, the judges, the councils, you name it. The the police, the law firms, advice centers, utilities, you name it. They've all been weaponized, just as the video that we just put at the bottom of our blog states, right? All these organizations have been weaponized against the people. We have explained, and the person's video about the weaponization of services and the safety of others, the person who said all that has also made it clear that they have been using various ways to blow up whole streets, to set whole streets alight, on fire, so that people are being killed. So we've made it plain in the different phone calls we've had. But we would now like you to listen to the call that we made directly after, or that we got through to afterwards, because this person is supposed to be senior. He's the one who said that he was coming to do an inspection. We were also told to tell these private sector renting housing people that the whole house needed to be inspected from top to bottom. And we made this clear with this William Humphries. Okay? Who's supposed to be the top man in charge of the private sector renting and whatever else, repairs or something, I don't know. They're supposed to be inspecting the whole house from top to bottom. This is what he comes with. That was 1454. 1455, we're calling back because the phone wasn't responding.
William Humphries is currently unavailable. Please leave a message after the tone. When you have finished, please hang up or press the pound key for more options.
This is Vivian Anamwa speaking from when your call came, I was on the phone with Nadine, one of your customer advisors, and the phone was not responding to any of the buttons we were pushing to answer your call. This is not the first time. We are being messed about with remotely. So if you are seriously trying to resolve this matter, Mr. William, whatever, please call back.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, it's William Humphries from Private Housing. You've been trying to call me. Can you explain what's going on? Because I've had an officer on the phone telling me that he's been racially abused.
I'm a black woman. I cannot possibly racially abuse another black person. Okay?
Well,
so don't deflect the whole matter. The whole matter at hand. I already preempted.
Stop a minute, please.
I already preempted that would be the case next. I just spoke with somebody called Nadine, customer service, and I said I guarantee you that is going to be what is said first. Instead of deflecting onto what this Steve guy said, trained by yourselves, why don't you concentrate on the matter at hand, which is the boiler and everything else we spoke about?
Stop speaking for a moment and let me speak. Stop speaking a minute.
Don't tell me to stop speaking. Have some manners.
Okay.
You asked a question. I was just answering it.
Right. Well, I spoke to you. Yep. Said I will try to help. You've complained to the service. We will try to help.
Who?
I've said I will try and send an officer today. Can I speak, please?
Yeah, I'm trying to get you to... Can you just listen a minute? If you are speaking in a Wolverhampton thick accent, you're going to have to go slower because we're not from around here.
Well, neither am I, so I haven't got a Wolverhampton accent.
Whatever accent you've got.
Okay. Well, I'll go slower, but please let me speak. Okay. I have said we will try to help you. I've said I will try to get somebody to you this afternoon or tomorrow. Okay. I've arranged that. An officer has rung you. I don't know how many times you've rung me, and the last time I spoke to you, you said, no, I'm just going to keep ringing you. But we're very busy, dealing with very serious matters. I've got an officer to call you.
You got an officer to call me. He didn't say anything about you, did he? Did he say he was told to call?
Yeah, he was told to call you. That's right.
Well, he didn't say that. Regardless of what you were saying about that, his manner was completely wrong again, and this is a pattern we get. I would hope that you would listen, or were already listening, to the call I just had with Nadine. All people want us to do is keep repeating the same thing. I guarantee you, nobody in this family is going to go mad. These tactics are being used for over 30 years to make us mentally ill. If you concentrate on the matter at hand, it would be a lot better than deflecting it onto somebody else who does not matter. He does not matter.
I'm not trying to deflect anything.
Pardon?
I was ringing up because you rang me. That's why I'm ringing you. You rang me.
You were calling while I was speaking with Nadine, your customer services, and that is why I called back. So can we get on with the matter at hand, or are you going to carry on in the same vein?
No. Well, first of all, I'd like you to show some respect to my officers.
First of all, do not insult my intelligence, okay? Now we are going to get on with the matter at hand. You are deflecting this whole situation onto something and somebody that you have trained to be exactly as he has been, and probably worse. Now we are supposed to be concentrating on the matter at hand, which is the boiler, no hot water and heating, and so on and so forth. What are you going to do about that? Because your person that you sent to call has completed his job, obviously. Okay? He told us to write everything down in the email. What possible use is that going to be when you already record the calls and have made your notes?
And the situation's
You just want to waste our time.
And the situation's
and stall.
That's not true. Right, okay. Again, you are insulting my service and me.
I am not insulting anything. I am speaking facts. Are you going to get on with the matter at hand? This is about the 5th time I've asked.
Give it. Again, there you go. So that's provocative language.
Are you going to get on with the matter at hand? It's too provocative for you, is it? Is it? Are you going to get on with the matter at hand? Be aware that there are other witnesses here,
Okay?
It's fine.
Besides the three of us, there are other witnesses. Are you going to get on with the matter at hand?
If you
the boiler.
Asking us, I'm not going to fix your boiler, no. I'm going to try and get an officer to your home. Yes. They've asked you to email them. It's because they're incredibly busy and they'd like a comprehensive list of what is wrong. So when they come out, they know exactly what they're looking for. Okay.
Everybody is busy. You record the calls for a reason. Apart from trying to. Apart from trying. Apart from trying.
Can I?
Hello. I said you. What do you record the calls for? You've got a record of the situation. You've got a record of what the situation is.
Okay.
What's the point of recording the calls if you're not going to use the recording?
Oh God. Right. Okay. Please let me speak. Okay. I am trying to sort this out. I'll have an officer call you. There may be a dispute between you and him as to whether or not you made racial comments to him. Okay?
What was that you said? Because your accent is quite thick and it's not very clear for us. What was that last bit you just said?
Okay. I said there is a disagreement between what you say and what he says, but I'm here to try and resolve this issue.
Which issue, exactly?
The issue of your property.
Right. So you're talking about the broken boiler, the no hot water and heating situation, and other things that we listed. Okay?
Yeah, so you talked about
the mould,
electrical safety.
Yeah. The mould and all that. Right?
Yeah, I like to know mould as
well. So we were told that this place needs a thorough inspection. The whole house.
Yeah, who said that to you?
Who was it? Was it the Out of Hours or the other engineer?
It was the Out of Hours team. They said that they'll do an investigation, that the council do an investigation into the landlord on the property.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
we already said to you,
inspection.
We already explained this is a terraced house. If anything blows up here and affects all the other neighbours alongside us, it's not our fault. We've already made clear everything over and over again, and people are playing games.
Right, okay. We're not trying to play any games. We're just trying to...
What is the situation now? What are you going to do now?
I'm trying to arrange for an officer to... Bear with me a second. The situation now is I need to arrange for an officer to come and inspect your property.
But that's what you said last time.
That was going on earlier, but
that's what you said last time.
Instead we got a call.
Instead we got a phone call.
Okay. You need to take a step back and let me speak.
I'm telling you that
before.
I'm telling you, you said that last time. Instead of doing that last time, you sent somebody to come and call us instead. That's not the same thing.
Well, they're not just going to turn up at your door. I asked them to ring you. In fact, I asked another manager that works for me to speak to an officer to get them out to see you, or to speak to you first. Okay? So they only rang because if they just turn up at the door, they're like, well, it's not convenient now, or you might not be in.
You said that they were... I said that... I asked you to let them text 5 minutes away. When they're 5 minutes away, you said yes, you will do that. Okay?
Okay, bear with me a minute. Right. This is private sector housing service, okay? We work the way we do. We will vary that. But what is the problem with an officer ringing you to speak to you?
What is the problem with sticking to what you said you were going to do? Yeah. What's the problem with sticking with what you said you were going to do?
Okay.
I do not have a problem with people ringing. He asked for the facts. I gave him the facts. He then decided he didn't like what I was saying. You all are grown men. You are all grown men.
I don't expect my officers to be racially abused, though.
How can he be racially abused? No. He's not been racially abused.
No, all three of us were here as well. All three of us are black, too.
I'm not disputing that.
Please get on with the matter at hand. What are you going to do now about the boiler?
Okay. Be polite, show some respect, just like I have to you, and we will get somebody out there.
You keep deflecting this conversation somewhere else.
I'm not doing that at all.
We are not idiots. Please concentrate on the matter at hand. What are you going to do about the boiler, no hot water heating, and so on and so forth? You said you were going to get somebody out today. Instead of getting somebody out today, somebody called. This is
Have
a
you just been to
this
downstairs?
is
So
a
I will
nuisance.
call
As
you
far as I'm
back.
concerned, that call with him was a nuisance caller.
Yeah, it was.
And it is within the same pattern as what we always get.
Right.
That's why I said to you, and I explained to you, that we get people pretending to be people they are not. So please get them
So
to
you're
text
actually
us
complaining
when
to me
they're
about
5 minutes
officer ringing
away.
you to arrange to come and see you.
Pardon?
All right, leave it with me, please.
Pardon? What was the last comment?
I said leave it with me.
No, before that.
I said you're describing that you have an issue with an officer ringing you.
I have no problem. Look at how they're so desperate to make us look a certain way.
I'm not trying to. I'm
I have
trying
no
to
problem
explain.
talking to somebody on the phone if they are going to be civil, intelligent, and professional. He wasn't any of those things.
Okay.
So who
I
are you
will get
going to
somebody to
send?
contact you
Who
and
are you
arrange an
going to
inspection.
send?
I don't know yet. I've got to find another officer now.
Oh, another way to stall.
It's not a waste of
Well,
time.
we did our job. If
The
anything
thing is,
happens
issue
to
on
any
the-
of these neighbours, we did our job. They
Yeah,
can
well,
hear what I'm
okay.
saying
But-
too. They can hear what I'm saying too. If anything happens
That's fine.
and there's
I'm
some
not-
incident, we did our job.
Okay. I'm going to have to go because I'm dealing with another matter that's very serious. So I will
Oh, I'm
contact you
sure
later.
it's very
Thank you.
serious. That's another way they like us to feel.
Well, it
we're
is
not
actually,
being
so
taken
thank you very much.
seriously.
I'll contact you later.
I don't hold up.
So as you can hear, these common purpose tactics are still being used to try and wind us up and grind us down. The people who think they're so clever are pretty much useless to the people behind the scenes. They are just pawns, expendable pawns, doing the other people's dirty work. But they think they're being so clever. Both the one just now and the one before him. Because they are following whatever orders and getting paid to do the very silly tactics that they that you heard them doing. So now this is the last one we want to play today because we are verifying the information that we put on the blog. We are stating it clearly. We don't need to lie. So we are stating it clearly, again, with an outsider, another outsider, who is still kind of who is part of the council, so that the truth is out there. We are not trying to lie. We are not trying to exaggerate. We were told that this situation needed to be seriously investigated. The whole house needed to be inspected top to bottom. We do know how people are set up to be killed in their own homes. And now we know more about how neighbours are set up to go with them, to be killed with them. So this is the call that we did afterwards. Was it straight afterwards?
No, it's
No, a
a
little
few
while
hours
after,
later.
but-
It was a little while afterwards.
An hour
but-
later.
About an hour later?
Yeah. But before you play it, though, I want to say that this is why we didn't go to the council in the first instance. Because some people would say we should have gone to them, 5 years ago or whatever, but we knew we were going to get problems from them. So we decided to spare ourselves. But we're being proven right.
Every time.
Today.
Every time.
Yeah.
Last time the same thing happened. We were on the street, on the patio. We had to put it off as long as possible from going to the council because we knew what they were going to be doing. We knew what to expect. They just keep proving us
That's
correct
right, yeah.
every
Yeah.
time. So we're going to let them hear the out of hours call.
But we've even put it in the court documents as well that we had problems from this Wolverhampton Council, and that's why we can't approach them for assistance.
Exactly.
Now that we have, they're just proving what we said correct there too in the recent court documents.
Okay. Well, like I said, there's maybe, if anything happens, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be held criminally responsible, right? They keep trying to push us towards the landlord that they know, by the way, he used to work for the same council, he told us.
That's right, yeah.
So they all know him.
Anyway,
He used to work for the same council, doing the same common purpose crap.
Right.
Okay.
To others,
same housing department as well, actually. So, just somewhere else in the council. Yeah.
So they want to keep pushing us towards the landlord, knowing that his job is to harass us and have us, look a certain way, look like we are mentally ill, need evaluating. They just keep proving the same thing we keep saying. But however, if you lot want to say anything else or don't want to say anything else, we can let the next recording play.
No, that's it. Let's go.
Yeah? Okay, let's go. We'll do that. This is the last recording we're going to play.
Calling Wolverhampton Out of Hours Emergency Service. Please note that the calls to this service are recorded for training and quality purposes. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 4:30pm till 8am. All day Saturday and Sunday, including bank holidays. If your call is regarding an emergency, please hold and we will answer your call as soon as possible. For non-emergency calls, please refer to Wolverhampton Homes website or Wolverhampton City Council website, dependent on your inquiry. In response to the coronavirus outbreak, we need to take all possible steps to minimise the spread of the virus. The health and well-being of you, your family and our teams is our highest priority, and we will need to ask you a few questions when your call is connected.
How can I help?
We spoke with Alex on Saturday.
Okay.
Right. It's not the same person, is it?
No.
No, okay. Well, we thought we should give you an update on the situation regarding the safety and safety issues here regarding the boiler and the electricals. It's a private rented property.
Okay.
Do you have anything on there on your system if I give you my name and all that?
Yeah, let me just have a look for you. Just bear with me a second and I'll get the information up for you. So you called in on Saturday about the issue? Okay. Okay, can I take the postcode, please?
No, F.
No. And what was the first line of the address, please? Okay, can you just confirm your full name as well, please?
Vivian Ben and Rachel Annamore. Shall I spell the second name?
Yes, please, yeah.
A-N Navy A-M for Mama U-A-H.
Thank you very much. Just bear with me a second. Okay, did somebody come out to you, did they, or?
No.
So when you reported it, nobody came out?
No, nobody. We're getting messed about with, and we've had it for a long time. We came from from London because of certain things to do, like, certain things like this, where people just mess about, and the idea is to just drive us nuts, really, so that we'll go into some kind of mental institution easier, rather than having lies said about us, okay? So anyway, nobody came out. It's an emergency. We will see, the person who's supposed to deal with it, William Humphries, supposed to be to deal with the private sector housing. Yeah, he seemed to have the right to, take it seriously, but then completely different the next time. I don't know if everybody's mind controlled or what, but he was going to send somebody out today or tomorrow. Instead, somebody called, right, on the phone and wanted us to put everything in writing, even though the calls are recorded, so that they've got everything on all the details there, and they've got all the information. We called them 10 times today. Yeah, the emergency people, the private renting sector, or private sector renting people, and instead they want to make out that I, in particular, have offended one of their engineers. Officers. They call them officers. Yeah. So he was making out he was more concerned with the way he was, with the way I was being racist. We are black. The person they sent was black. We've had a lot of black people doing and saying things to us to put us off black people. Persons behind the scenes have been doing certain things, pulling strings and so on and so forth. This house is rigged to go up in some kind of explosion or flames. We made it clear that this is a weapon, that people, organisations have been weaponised to act against the interests of the ordinary people, because people are being murdered, whole streets are going up in flames. The reason why these sockets are exposed, electricals are exposed, and the ones upstairs is suspicious. The landlord said he was going to put all kinds of things right. We didn't actually see that because it was behind a washing machine. Okay, so that came along later on. The boiler was making noises and it packed up 2 weeks ago. It was limping along for about 2 years. Okay, we had to keep turning it off so that we could, still try and get some hot water. But eventually it's packed up 2 weeks ago. We told the landlord all this stuff about the boiler, about the oven blowing, which was quite loud when it blew and tripped everything. We got mould going on in the bathroom and downstairs shower. The landlord is a rogue landlord. He has decided to put some things in himself to save money. We don't trust that the shower down here is safe. We've used it, but we don't know how safe it is. We only just used it for the first time a couple of weeks ago. Other than that, it's hot water in the kettle and putting it in buckets. Again, he's got his friend to come and do a gas safety check 4 or 5 years ago, when we first, in 2019, right? Now, if the gas boiler was any good, it's got no thermostat, nothing like that, it's an old one. If it was any good, I don't know how it's going to be conking out now. So we didn't know that, you're not even supposed to bother get a gas safety. We thought you just have a report what the state of the gas boiler is now, right? We didn't know that until we spoke to engineers that you're not supposed to get there's no point getting a gas safety check if the boiler has conked out completely. So somebody's come. We went to a government-approved gas safe register, they call themselves. They just let us know later on that they don't vet any of their people to know how professional or their quality work, how quality their work is, if they're like rogue as well, or sometimes you rehabilitate people that have had problems with law and all that kind of thing, and they're okay. And sometimes they're not. Do you see what I mean? So sometimes they get a seal of approval that says they're okay. We got in touch with about 18 to 20 of those people on their list. 2 of them were black, the rest of them were white. But they are all close by. They're supposed to be. So, I don't know how come we couldn't get through to nobody except the same, black Nigerian guy that came, to kick up a heap of noise, be very disrespectful, you know what I mean? And didn't want to put down things on the actual certificate. Yeah, so it's like we are blacklisted in this area. People know who we are when we're from down south, as I said. Yeah.
Okay. We don't be strangers here. In other words, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. What's the name of the landlord that's dealing with this?
Mr. Wayne Donovan Jones.
Right. Okay. And you say you've tried to make contact with them today, and there's been no.
10 times they use this opportunity to just make it seem like we are the ones that are the problem. Yeah. He's making out that we are being racist against somebody who looks like us.
So we're black, he's black, and they're making up lies about being racist against somebody at the private rented sector team so they don't have to deal with anything.
Meanwhile, there is a phenomenon going on where people are being blown up and they are weaponizing the councils and all kinds of safety, like the fire brigade, the police, to act against targeted individuals' best interests.
Gas supply, things like that, boilers.
Yeah, we know we're being targeted. Everybody's said that. The UN said that everybody is co-opted and corrupt. So when they have to come here to do any investigations, they have a saying where they call it hazard duty, because they know everybody is co-opted and corrupt. Okay, Ken Livingstone MP said, "What they're doing to you, they've done to so many people. They've been driven mad deliberately. They are vindictive people." Solicitor said, "Dark forces are operating behind the scenes." A barrister said, "Just do what they want." What did he say? Just do what they want. The system is against you. Who else was it? The police superintendent said there's nothing we can do regarding the stalking and the targeting, the general targeting, because it goes over our heads. So this is what has been going on for over 3 decades. The landlords are usually involved. The court has decided to be biased in his favour in everything he says that is taken as gospel truth. When initially the landlord admitted all the wrongs that we put in the list, they decided, the judges, to speak on his behalf, to advise him, to help him, and then meanwhile they gag us in the courtroom. It's taken 2 years for this case to get to the point where they finally dismissed his case, because they had to, because it looked so ridiculously corrupt and bad on their part.
Because he's in the process of evicting us under a Section 21.
We don't mind going, but at the same time, the DWP have cut all our money off except for the rent portion, so we've got no money to go anywhere. He's actually owing us more than we owe him. He's still getting paid the £800 a month. The $10,400 that Derby City Council paid him to get us off the street, he was supposed to use, he said he would use some of it. We asked them, please don't give it to him until some of this stuff is done. Put it in our account and we'll pay him as and when things are fixed. This is the stuff that we knew about. The stuff we didn't know about is mounting up. There's more stuff mounting up all the time. Washing machine just blew 2 days ago, right? They said they had to follow procedure. Otherwise, we wouldn't be in this position right now. So, we can't go anywhere. We're stuck here. He owes us, like I said, for compensation for all this stuff. When it comes to other people, they get sorted. We've seen online how they get compensated for all the bad things and the disrepair that the landlord knows about and is neglecting to do. But when it comes to us, no, we don't get anywhere. Even the compensation that we should have got would have helped us to leave here and go somewhere else.
Long time ago.
I mean, I've got to be honest. I mean, I can look to see where you'd need to go and take. I mean, at the moment we're out of hours, so we don't have access to any details or anything of that particular nature.
You have it on record. I hope people are recording and keeping all this on record. Because if anything happens to us or the neighbours, because it's rigged,
so this is the out of hours, so I can't kind of offer you any advice or anything like that. I mean, I can look into it and see if there's like a contact number you'd need to go through to look at the process for you. Are you okay to hold a second? I can look into that for you.
Before you go, they want us to have dealings with the landlord who comes. Only reason he wants to come and has come before was to harass us, so that they could say that we should be evaluated for mental health problems. He's used to lie about us. He lies all the time, and the court knows it. And I said that it's taken for granted that he's speaking the truth, and all he does is lie. And then they want to get up and hurry up and leave the court. That's all they can do, just hurry up and keep running away, because they know what they're doing is wrong. The courts, the laws, everything has been weaponized against the people. And if I give you a blog, just in case you don't come back, you can check it out for yourself. It is Yoziki, YOZIKI.blogspot, one word, BLOGSPOT.com, and Yoziki.wordpress.com. Both the same, just different platforms. Okay? You can see the weapons, the directed energy weapons radiation torture there. You can also see various videos that people are giving their testimonies and information about how the services that we are supposed to be relying on for safety, and like the police, the fire brigades, people dealing with the gas, the utilities, everything is being weaponized against the people, including the courts. There's no law, rule of law. The only reason that they like I said, he ended up dismissing the landlord's case against us to be evicted was because it was obvious to everybody that it would be ridiculous not to do otherwise, because they're exposing themselves for being corrupt. Okay? I've got to say all this stuff here now because if this place goes up in flames or blows up, because we're already targeted, the neighbours are going to be vulnerable too.
Right, okay. I mean, I can look to get a contact number, but you'd need to speak to somebody in the day tomorrow regarding it. So I can look to get a number for you. Are you okay to hold a second?
Yes.
Okay, just bear me a second. Thank you.
Right. What's that form that you're supposed to send, and you're supposed to describe the house, the property?
Energy performance.
EPC, energy performance, right. We're supposed to also say how he's got this place down as a semi.
Detached.
It's a semi-detached, and it's a mid-terrace.
Hello there.
Hello?
Hello. Sorry. So I've got a telephone contact number. So you need to give them a call after 9 o'clock in the morning. Obviously look into that for you. But it's 01902.
01902, yes.
55. 11.
It's the same people.
55.
Yeah, that's the same people we've been in touch with.
But they would need to see. We're literally out of hours. We've got no powers at all.
No other number, rather. Because that's the people we called 10 times today to get nowhere. Yeah, we got further with the customer service, the frontline customer services. They all hiding behind these people at the front line. Yeah, he's got this place down on the EPC as a semi-detached place, and everything's hunky-dory, whereas it's not.
Mid-terrace.
And it's a mid-terrace.
So he's put details on the EPC, energy performance.
Not just that.
That doesn't relate to the actual house.
They're directly attached to us. So if anything blows up here, they're going to get it too. You see? That's how they deal with their targeted individuals. Eventually, if they think that you're too noisy, you're saying too much and educating people and telling them the truth, that's what they want to do. They want to kill you. So that's why they've rigged the electricity to be exposed like that. And that's why the boiler is the way in, because they use something to do with a boiler that is involved in the targeting with the weapons, the directed energy weapons and all that. I think it's and the listening and surveillance and all that kind of stuff. So that's what's going on now. So we can't to keep going back to the same people would be a pointless exercise, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but as I say, I'm literally on the out of hours. Since we've got no kind of power, or we were unable to kind of contact the powers that be, unfortunately.
at some point later on, because they want to engineer a street homelessness situation again. So you may hear from us again. Maybe you can make a note of our names. And it's Vivian, Ben and Rachel Anamah. ANAMUAH.
Okay, I will note that down. All right.
So, the money off, would they? They know that we will, probably be able to save up and do something with it. Something, for ourselves, but they don't want that. So that's why they cut the money off. 2 years now, November 2021.
Yeah.
We've just had to live on the bin clicks.
Online surveys.
Online surveys to get vouchers to buy food and sell things on eBay. And what else did we do?
And also sell vouchers as well.
And sell vouchers.
Cash, yeah.
Sell vouchers.
Yeah.
Right? But we were doing some other stuff as well, weren't we? It wasn't just eBay.
So could you send an emergency out of hours gas engineer?
We don't have access to the facility to be able to do that, unfortunately. With a private landlord, it has to go directly through the council.
Right. Well, when other people have had similar situations, they've been able to do certain things themselves and advised to bill the landlord. Anytime we try to help ourselves, we are blocked every which way. And that is also an indication that persons are involved in real-time interception of our calls and so on and so forth.
Yeah. Right, but as I say, our hands are tied. Unfortunately, it does have to go through the council. We don't have any powers that be, unfortunately. That is their direct number. I appreciate you've been trying to get through to them and having issues getting through to them, but that is their main contact number, I'm afraid.
Our records show 10 times before today. Right? Instead of dealing with the matter at hand, he wants to deflect it onto his engineer.
Lies of racial abuse, so that they don't have to do anything.
Yeah. So I suspect people are going to be criminally liable if anything happens here, and there is some kind of explosion. If you go to that blog, you might as well scroll all the way down to see the latest stuff that has been put there. Because it explains properly the weaponization of these organisations. You see, like the councils, the law, and so on, courts, judges, etc. Okay. So, can I take your name before we go?
Yeah, my name's Craig. If I could just take your details once more, and I can get that logged, all right. But as I say, our hands are tied in terms of what we can and can't do, unfortunately.
The name is Vivian, Viviane. I think you said your name is Craig?
Yeah, my name's Craig, yeah.
Right. Vivian, Ben and Rachel. Rachel.
Okay, and if we could just take the address once more as well, I can get that. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. As I say, I will raise it here, but it's not something that we can do. I mean, obviously, if you make a note that obviously the call, obviously is taking place at 5:30 this evening. But as I say, you would need to try again to contact that, the main council in the morning. So we've got no means or controls to kind of do anything in terms of private landlords, unfortunately. But I do believe there's possibly an online form you can fill in as well. I mean, that may be another route you might be able to look into just to get it all logged and documented. But I think with it being this time of year, the lines are probably busy to get through, unfortunately, which is why you may have had problems getting through. But so unfortunately, in the out of hours team, literally we're just a service where, it's out of our hands for that kind of situation, unfortunately. All right, but I'm sorry I can't be of any more assistance. Please try them again tomorrow. And as I say, if you do have issues tomorrow, just obviously document it online. All right.
You can leave it at that then. Thanks very much.
All right, you take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
The next video we're going to post is of 2 calls from earlier in the day for more context and information.